because that's my dad's daily routine. Is he watches Parliament and so because they stream it live. So either he'll tell me before I leave to work. Don't forget to turn on that thing, and I'm turning on. And I've watched it with him a few times. Yeah. And it's funny because I like watching. I like people watching. And you see everyone just like doing their own little thing. And some we see here, that, and like just, oh man, just to be in some. I just feel like, man, I wish I was in Samoa right now. Yeah,
because they're just. Yeah, you're right. Everyone just doing their thing. It's funny. And in Parliament, it's the same as here too. Yeah. Everyone's arguing. Everyone's right. One time he was arguing with the other guy.
Yeah, I saw the video of that, and he was telling him to sit down. It's beautiful though. Yeah, the Parliament.
The chairman. That's my uncle Afoa.
Oh, okay.
Afoa Fafisi. Yeah, so he's the chair guy. The chair. He's cool, man.
But it would be so cool to be in Samoa now because the Fast Party. It's Fast Day.
Yeah. Oh, is it odd?
Yeah, that's the name of it. Like they're really they're the first. Well, for the last 10, 15 years that I've kind of been aware of Samoan politics. It's always been Koilepa. His party is always they've done it, but these guys are kind of like
coming up.
Yeah, they're coming up and they're quite vocal. I think the thing about them is they're using every avenue that they can. Like you can see they're using social media. Yeah. I saw them. They had to take one of their posters down because it was in front of the Faith L's house or something.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and they were like, "We're going to take it down because it's causing conflict." Because people are like, they're kind of saying, "Well, you're trying to align yourself with the," because when it comes to villages, the Faith L and all this.
Yeah. Trying to get into that. Yeah.
And so once you start mixing, when you start mixing religion and politics, people start getting a bit iffy. So I know, a couple of days ago they had to take down one of their billboards. That's the out of it. They had a billboard in front of the, I think it was the church or the Faith L's house, and it had all the people in the party, the members of the party.
True.
Yeah. So it'll be funny. One day we've got to get one of the people we know. One of the Renate. She's the new editor,
Observer.
Samoan Observer.
Yeah, I saw her tweet.
Yeah, so it'll be cool because she was, she's quite a personality and she's very vocal. And I used to read her tweets because this is where I used to get the balance from, because people, Samoa Observer or someone would be saying stuff about Koilepa, people on Facebook, and she would be, because she was working for the government at that time, and she'll be countering it with facts.
Yeah.
So then I would know, man, it's funny. Media is the same everywhere.
Yeah.
People,
because it's their home.
Exactly.
They miss.
Call your jets. Yeah, and that's why I loved reading Renata. She's really insightful. If you read her tweets or all her Facebook posts and articles she's written, that's where I was like, okay, stop listening to people. When people have rants or people writing little. Samoa Observer, they've had a few articles come out about about Koilepa, and it's kind of funny now that Renata is there. It's kind of like, okay, then there's going to be some kind of balance now, because
she will be the balance.
You know what I mean, because it's not as far left or far whatever reaching leaning they are. Yeah. Now you've got another person that's actually worked.
Yeah. Because it's sad that everyone's like, oh, you're doing this, but they don't know why he's doing it. As well, how come you do this? You're taking this away from these people. Yeah, but the reason why, there's so much behind it.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff behind it. Like they were trying to get I think they were trying to get a kupe from where the airport is, because the airport was actually, I forgot the name of the village that's there. So it was their land and stuff like that, but it was the war that happened. So the government benefited from that because they claimed all of that stuff from the war. Yeah, they claimed our land from the war too, and all villages too. So it's quite interesting, and people are trying to get it back now. So it's there's a lot of get your facts right first.
Yeah, well, it's the thing is, people probably listening to us like, man, this is a propaganda party for the thing is, we're not, because we've talked openly about him too. Man, what about the things he's done? But the one thing we've always talked about when we started this podcast was trying to find balance. Not like we're not going to talk. We'll have our opinions, but as long as we'll still have to have the facts as well.
Yeah.
And it's cool that you've come with, because you've met her personally. That's your uncle and all that. So you've got your side too. And if it's funny, we had Michael Field on a couple of episodes ago.
Oh,
he
true.
wasn't. He wasn't a Kuilepa fan himself. So that's the balance, people. Just in case you're listening, like these guys, they must be anti-fast or they're on the books. They're on the books as well. But it's nothing about that. It's about when you have a passion for something, and just like we have a passion for Samoa, you want to know that it's being told right. Eh?
Yeah. He's definitely a man that has to. There's a lot of pressure on him, and he's getting old, and so he's trying to run a country that has no money. So how are they going to keep up the rest of the world if they have nothing, and everyone expects things to happen right away? Yeah, but with what? How are we going to get this stuff? How are we going to? Obviously he's got to make some sort of sacrifice somewhere. And people are like, oh, how come you give all this to the singers? How come you give? Because we want new roads. Where's the money? Where's this money coming from? They're going to come up with So I think common people don't understand it, and I see that like, oh, okay. And when my dad told me that, he shakes hands with all these wealthy people, and obviously they want something from Samoa. So I was, oh well, if that's the way to develop, we just stay behind and we stay in the ancient times and we don't do anything like that. And so I guess there's not enough money that these seasonal workers are going to get back to Samoa ever. Unless it's millions and millions of dollars. But nah, man. No.